Now we live? We probably live. You know, it's your boy, True Mumu. I'm gonna be late in on the D&D stream, so I'm gonna hop in and hope they explain to me what the fuck's going on. But yeah, stay tuned to find out as I hop in Discord and then hop on Roll20. So,
out of his tent and he's asleep.
what's poppin', y'all?
Also, I'm warning y'all right now that this is inevitably going to be a slightly expositional thing because you're in between two things at the moment.
Woo!
Work.
Yeah, Nick, you just got here.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a TLDR on what I missed.
We went back to the the town after beating that Animorph, and we just talked to the dude who sent us on the journey, or the dude who sent us on the whatever. He gave us money, and now we're just.
Oh, dope! We got money.
Also, you're totally missing out on the important note that it's been 3 whole fucking
days.
I know, seriously.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, I just assumed that was a big deal since nobody was talking about it.
Alright, hold up. So we've been 3 days, we got our money, so the campaign is over, right?
Supposed to be 3 days.
Yeah, it's like...
Alright, cool. We're done. We're wrapped it up. Nice job, guys.
Good session, how about?
I want to go to a store.
Yeah, so y'all have
Okay.
free reign of the town right now. Everything is it's like, at this point, it's like, you've been walking for a long enough time because it's about a couple hours walk to get back to the town. Like an hour or two's walk to get back to the town. And, you all, it's almost like morning at this point. And, you all can see that stores are starting to open up for the day. There is pretty much... I know that I described to you earlier what there was, but everybody probably forgot that at this point. So
I wasn't
there
here.
is an open square, like a market area. There is with a couple of shops, an apothecary, a blacksmith store, a general store. There's the tavern. There's an inn beside that you know that Fenian has pulled some strings, or at least promised to pull some strings and get you a couple of nights stay there. Yeah, there's a guard tower, a couple of farms. It's not a big place.
So there's no general store.
Yeah, no, there's a general store. It's
okay.
right in the middle.
Can one of you guys bring me my money?
Yeah. Okay. I'm
Wait.
assuming, you guys are done at the bar. We all meet up. Everybody gets their 50 gold share, and now it's. Also, can we already put that I'm assuming Science and then are they in a room together or something? What's going on there?
Can we engage in a long rest and also help the druid?
Yes, this is very distinctly a long rest. You're just kind of chilling in this town for...
Alright, nice.
Nice.
You do whatever you need to do in this town because there's going to be a bit of a time
I
skip.
literally haven't even.
So that y'all don't have to deal with a full-ass, week of sitting around.
Okay,
Yo, let's go. We gonna be sitting.
I'm gonna go to the general store and find something to buy.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna be at the general store too. Just checking to see
That's
what
all.
they're
I
doing.
will follow them to the general store. Let's
Alright,
go,
so,
everyone.
I will follow him to make sure he doesn't steal anything.
I guess everybody.
Yo, Pog.
Fuck you, Tyler.
What spells do I have? Can I fucking banish you or something?
Yo, you banish him. You dealing with the fucking animal.
All you have to do is fucking just be good enough that he doesn't.
Actually,
Oh,
no,
oh.
Yeah. I want to go to the general store.
You see, Andrew, this is where Zone of Truth would have helped. You should.
Zone of truth.
Wait, did somebody say Zone of Truth?
Guess what?
Wait, Quaz, do you have it?
Guess what, bitch? Zone of Truth doesn't make you compulsorily tell the truth. It means you just can't lie.
Yeah, I know. All
That's
Andrew
true.
has to do, though, is
But
ask him
if you don't know Zone of Truth has been cast, then
But I
you
mean,
could cast it to the DM. Zone of Truth has been cast, and then whatever you say.
Yeah,
Yes.
but I mean, I'm pretty sure Zone of Truth is a full component, so already here. What I did, regardless, whatever. I'm going into the general store. I don't know who's coming with me, but that's wrong.
I'm there.
Let's go.
Alright, so,
I'm gonna try to sell candles to the general store.
as you make your way over to this general store, and it's like a kind of small building with just these small swinging wooden doors at the front, and as you open it, there's a woman behind the counter who seems to be just a average looking elf woman, tall, coppery hair, tannish skin, and a human man who's walking around the shelves on the walls, and he seems to be stalking. And as you walk in, the elf
Never mind. Go ahead. Sorry.
As you walk in, the elf looks up and goes, hello, welcome. Is there anything that we can help you find?
What's her reaction to my obviously elvish features on an orcish body?
Again, she looks a little confused, but she just kind of plasters on what is obviously like a business smile.
Okay, I'm gonna say that.
Better reception than most elves give me, so I'll take it.
Yeah, no, she has like the businesswoman smile on right now. Like,
yes.
It's a customer service grin.
I'm gonna say, hi, do you have 10 gold pieces worth of charcoal, incense, and herbs, as well as a brass brazier? I need a bowl. I need lots of incense and herbs.
Just tell the lady what you fucking want in actual sizes.
That is a very specific request.
The spell says 10 gold pieces worth of charcoal, herbs, incense, and a brass brazier. Does it give
Tyler,
me
do you have a component pouch or no? Because if you have a component pouch,
I don't think
you
I have a
all the
component
basics.
pouch. But like that stuff has to be worth 10 gold. So I think that's.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
But I don't think I have a component pouch either. I have no.
Oh yeah, because you're a rogue, so you wouldn't.
Yeah. Ooh, but I have 65 gold pieces now. Work.
All right, so as you say this, the customer service smile she is wearing gets increasingly strained and confused, and like that's a rather specific request there.
While you're at it, do you have can I trade this short bow and 10 arrows for a smaller short bow and 10 arrows I can use?
Isn't it broken? Aren't the arrows broken?
Yeah, they're broken arrows.
No, I mended them.
Listen,
I can mend
if
them.
you're going for weaponry, then you're gonna have to head over to Bryce next door. But
Yo, Bryce? Yo, my boy. I'm flying over there. I'm just leaving on that.
All right, I'll follow him.
yeah, the blacksmith has really all weapon and armor components. If you're looking, as you're there, the elf behind the counter goes, and if you're looking for anything herb related, then Penelope is definitely your go-to girl. She runs the apothecary right down the street.
Okay, well, do you have incense here at least?
Again, that's probably going to be Penelope's.
Well, what do you have at this fine general store? I'm actually gone. I'm gone.
She points at a nice-looking shelf that has a lot of like houseware stuff, basic bowls, utensils, etc.
Work.
Can I buy a fork?
And she's like, yeah, you can have a fork if you want a fork. It's only a couple of silver.
Wait,
if you
Oh,
just
that's
want
forking a
one.
basic.
A brazier
there-
or a fireplace? Whatever.
Is there any climbing equipment?
Yeah, there's rope.
Is there
Anything
Yeah.
metal-based is gonna be mostly done at the blacksmith. And you can ask for something to be custom-made, because you're here for about a week. So we can say that if you wanted something custom-made, you have enough time.
Yeah, I'm just looking through like the list of like standard stuff that like people would have. And I'm trying to think if there's anything I need from it.
Yeah, it had to be the perfect
Well, I know
kind.
exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna buy a brass brazier. I'm assuming you just have one. I don't know how much it costs, but it's a bowl of made of brass, effectively, pretty much.
This
Okay.
is a general store, so I'm guessing there's some right?
There's pretty much
Where'd you go to?
anything that you'd need for a very basic, like, household or even just a basic adventure for heading out on the road for a while. You'll be able to find here some basic clothes,
Wait, I forgot to buy a box.
rope, paper, stuff like that. Like, it's a very simple store. This
Rope,
isn't-
paper, scissors, shoot.
Yeah.
So,
Cheers. You know what rope means?
50 feet of hemp rope.
Of course, 50 feet of hemp rope. It's time.
Oh,
Don't you guys already have? Do I have rope? I don't even.
Yeah,
know
I
what's
have rope.
back. Yeah, I got the burglar's bag.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. But yeah, anyway, I buy a brass bowl. I don't know how much it is, but that's how much it is. That's right.
Alright, I actually have to look into that cost on that, because I don't know
It's called a
what
brass.
that
brazier.
is.
I don't know if they'll have it in the player's handbook. I mean, if anything, it costs.
Well, gee, remember that you don't have to necessarily charge the designated prices. Maybe these guys are charging more. Maybe they're charging less. Who knows?
Oh yeah, no,
Thinking about
I'm
it.
just looking for the base pricing on this.
Oh, so you can act to figure out.
Because you
how
also
much
have
it
to
is.
remember they don't like us. Well, I'm gone already,
Hello?
but they
It
don't like
costs,
us.
It costs 50 gold pieces.
Yeah, no, I just saw that, and she.
I'm just gonna use a bowl. Can you use a bowl? I can use a bowl. I can use a bowl.
No,
You can't
because
afford a
bracers are
bowl.
Specifically, like, the reason it's
Okay,
a
braces
bracer
like
is
fireplaces.
Yeah.
Do they? Okay, how about this? How about this?
What the fuck?
Is there a brass
Bobby,
bracer
why?
anywhere in the house, like in the town? Like,
What are you doing,
town,
Quigs?
or, like one in the like.
Bobby just subscribed to me on Twitch Prime, and I got really loud noises.
Oh, are you streaming now? Well,
I've been streaming, because you told me to.
yeah, I'm also streaming. for
Oh, this is
audio
awkward then.
purposes.
So there are some brass bracers around, and look like that this is it's bracers are kind of big, like they're kind of the size of like a small table.
Oh
And
boy.
you can definitely buy one, and there might even be like smaller miniature ones for like sale, but like it's gonna be pricey no matter where you buy it, because it's like a table-sized object,
Well,
and
look at
also
this
you have
pressure.
to take into account how you're carrying this.
Okay, I'm just gonna you know what? Okay, I'm gonna go to Penelope. I think that's what she said.
Penelope is the apothecarist.
Yes, I'm going to go there. I'm going to spend 10 gold pieces worth of on charcoal, incense, and herbs.
Alright, well, you're next door, and Penelope is a small halfling woman
Oh, that's. I
who
would
is
you, but I feel like that would
standing
be-
on a stool so that she can reach the counter. And she has like a couple tattoos of flowers over her body, and if you look glancing into the back of the shop, you can actually see that it's like a little greenhouse. Like, this is obviously something that she's rather passionate about, and she brightens up upon seeing somebody walk in the doors, and she's like, "Oh, hello, welcome to my shop. If you really need help in absolutely anything, I promise that I am here to help, and I will be happy."
Hi. I need incense. I also need herbs, non-specific, just kind of herbs. And then, I mean, like, charcoal if you have it. If not, there's a fireplace somewhere that I can steal charcoal from. Not that big of a deal. But, yeah. So, I'm willing to pay 10, well, I would, not willing, that was incorrect. I want 10 gold pieces worth of that. It's a lot, but I'm, practicing mage, so, just...
And she laughs, and she's like, "Yeah, I've seen a couple of your type come through here. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I could definitely get you what you need for... That's actually a relatively reasonable price you're asking. A couple of people come in here, and they're asking for a lot more for a lot cheaper, so thanks for actually valuing my supplies." And she packs up everything you need, and it comes out to a little bit more than you were expecting with the added... like little bits of charcoal and etc. because she kind of has to search around for that. It's like 15 gold. It's nothing insane.
All right, sweet.
And she packages all of it up in like this nice little wrap for you, ties it with a little bow, and she's like, "Anything else that I can do for you today?"
I think that's all I need. Thank you so much for your amazing service.
All right, and she flashes a little bit of salute as you head on out.
Yeah.
So, I'm still at the general store, right?
Yeah.
I'm also at the
I'm
blacksmith.
gonna get myself, some soap. Because we're probably gonna be out on a trip, and I want to stay clean.
All right. So that's literally only
few
going to be
more-
like
Yeah,
two
I'm getting myself a few more. So like 1 second. I had a couple things. Where did the other things go?
All right. Time to pull out a calculator so I can add
I'm
together the
sorry.
prices of all the shit that you're buying.
Why'd
I'm
you
gonna
fucking
buy,
swoop?
Oh shit.
Let's see.
Use saliva, nature's soap.
Small spare change of clothes if she has them. If not, I'll go somewhere else for that.
No, she definitely has some clothes. She's
Okay,
a
so
general
just a spare
store.
change of clothes in case I need that.
Alright.
And then where was the other thing I wanted to grab? I had it a second ago. Where did it go? A bucket.
A bucket?
What the fuck, Pierce?
Trust me, it'll come in use.
I don't like where this is going, guys.
No, I'm not. I don't have like a plan for using it. I just straight up like
He's gonna drown me.
feel like one day we'll need a bucket.
He's gonna fucking drown me. And
Miles Morales wouldn't have read homeless. I need people on time for homeless. Honestly.
Also,
Sorry, that was unrelated, but
Pierce, buy the rest of your shit so I can buy stuff.
And then after that, I go over to the blacksmiths and I custom order a grappling.
Alright,
Oh,
so,
And rope capable of withstanding my weight.
I'm also at the blacksmith, by the way.
Granted, I'm only like
Alright,
200 pounds, but still.
yeah. So, Bryce is this, thick boy. He's a human.
Oh boy.
Yo,
He's
Bryce,
a
my boy.
thick, salt and pepper haired human man.
Gee, can I bond with him through the power of muscles?
I don't think he's kind of a humble man. Like, he's just a humble man of humble roots.
Oh,
You
okay.
can kind of do a flex off with him, but he's just probably gonna be like, yeah, that's pretty impressive, and try
it's
to
fine.
just go back to his day.
No, it's fine. I compliment him on his shape, though.
He just kind of nods a little bit,
I need
and
a grappling hook.
that'll be like 3 gold.
Cool.
For a grappling hook, bitch was 50 for a breezer.
Yeah, but Tyler, grappling hooks are regularly like 2, so that makes sense.
I'm fine. Don't worry about it. I'm not upset about it.
Yo, Bryce, my boy.
He seems a little confused on how you know his name, but he smiles nods.
Hey, I have this short bow and these 10 arrows. They are also mended, just for anyone who's saying they're broken. They're not fucking broken. I fixed them. Anyway, can I have a smaller set that I can use?
And he kind of looks at you for a long second, and the longer he stares, and then he squints a little bit. He's like, I think this is gonna need to be a custom order.
Yo, let's do it.
I don't think I have anything currently available for someone of your stature.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty big for my my age. I know. We
Yeah.
good.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna need a couple days for this.
All right, how much is it gonna cost? So let's talk, me and you, Bryce. We just gotta set some prices.
So what are you looking to get?
I want a bow and some arrows that work for me.
And he kind of stares at you for a second, and he's like, for a short bow, it's usually gonna be like 25 gold, but I feel like I should give you a discount just for sizing.
Yeah, well, you see, I'm a. Oh wait, we got gold, didn't we? Shit.
Yeah.
How much gold did we
All
get?
of you have 50.
50. We all got 50.
All
We
right.
all got plus
Nice.
50.
All right, never mind. I can afford that. I can afford that. All right. So what you thinking for price?
I'll give you 10 off. That's not gonna take that much to make.
All right, and I'm assuming this is gonna do 1d6 plus 3 piercing damage, obviously. I don't think I can actually ask that, but
I don't know. See, I think homebrew, even if they're technical weapons, they still do the same damage. Just
Yeah, I'm assuming it still does the same damage, but it's just a very amusing thought.
all right, we good. So
He's like, I'm gonna put a lot of effort into making this so that it will work for someone of your stature.
wait, so
Just-
15 gold, right?
Yeah, just
Alright, let's do
come
it.
back in a couple of days.
We gonna do that. Thanks, Bryce. I'm Lilac Beetleberry. My friends, which is you now, can call me Lil Berry. Yeah.
Okay, guess we're friends now. And he kind of puts his head on his hands for a quick second,
Well-
rubs at his temples. He wasn't ready for this.
DM, I have a question.
Yes.
Are there lots of people? Like, I know you said there weren't that many people out, like not as much as they were when we first got there, but there's still kind of like people just roaming around.
There's like it seems a lot more reserved than when you were first here and there was like a whole lot of people gathering around. Like there's a lot more reserved of an air because when Fenian thought that you all had died, that tavern meeting that was supposed to be happening kind of got thrown off by the fact that the mages never showed up. And people kind of got wind of the fact that something had gone wrong.
Oh.
So there's a little bit of a odd air in the town, but now that you guys have come back, things have shifted a little bit more now that word's gotten around that y'all are not dead.
Well, that's good.
I
I thank Bryce for the grappling hook, and I thank the Elvish woman at the general store for all that stuff. By the way, how much did that cost?
That's literally only gonna come out to like. Hold up. Where's my calculator
Soap,
here?
a bucket, and a soap in a bucket.
Yeah, soap in a bucket. That's literally only going to come out to like maybe 10 silver.
It's not bad.
So
We take those. But anyway,
So-
I thank her for the bucket and soap nonetheless.
she kind of smiles her strained business smile and wishes you a nice day.
Like, oh, I nearly forgot. You don't happen to have any musical instruments, do you? Like a drum?
What?
You probably. Never mind.
Yeah, we're not really a specialty store here.
Why are you asking for so much shit?
I know, right? Are you trying
I
to?
asked for 3 items.
That's 2 more than what I asked for. Kinda.
Where is
No, you asked for a bow and arrows.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. That's 1 more than I asked for.
Get fucked, kiddo.
where's
And Tyler asked for like incense, coal, and a brazier.
Oh yeah. No, it's
make a familiar. Leave me alone. Anyway, where's Gnat at this right in relation to me? Because I'm still like leaving the apothecary or whatever. Are you still
where is what?
I'm just following you.
Oh, are you actually literally behind me?
Yeah.
Perfect. I was gonna say. I guess okay. Role play. Okay. So I really like scamming people. So I was thinking maybe you can use your your light show stuff and kind of gouge people's attention, and we can kind of run a scam, or not even necessarily a scam. We can just gamble, have some fun, maybe make some coin. What do you think?
1 second. Why can't I find my character sheet? 1 second, real quick.
Or I guess because you're stupid, maybe I'll do it hey, I know you really like to make stages. You want to make one?
Yeah, sure. That's the way you should have said it the first time.
Right.
Well, let's rewind time. Okay, let's try that again.
Hey, hey, Gnat. So I was thinking,
So upsetting.
a lot of the people here were kind of sad, and they were upset about some stuff. So maybe you can make a stage and make some lights to kind of cheer them up, and we can kind of gather people around, and then.
Can I overhear
we'll
this
see
and
what's
offer to play the
happening.
drums?
Okay.
I mean, did you leave the play? Are you nearby them? Because they're.
no. I would argue that the timing wouldn't make sense
Oh,
though.
yeah, it could be simultaneous, yeah. Well, regardless,
Let's
once
see.
the stage starts showing up, I'm gonna want to play the drums up there.
What is in an entertainer's pack?
You can. It should be on the
You get
wiki.
costumes.
I think there are costumes. Oh
Yeah.
I'm gonna put on my. I'm gonna put on. Yeah. Okay. Because basically I'm gonna run a gambling scam thing. Hold on. Alright.
Alright.
I want more money.
Entertainer's pack has a backpack, a bedroll, 2 costumes, 5 candles, 5 days of rations, a water skin, and a disguise kit.
Disguise kit. What's a disguise kit?
It's a kit that you disguise with.
Thank you,
All
Buzz.
right.
I think that
Pretty
was
much
super
anything
necessary.
you'd need to make a disguise, like costumes, some makeup, stuff like that.
It's
Yeah.
time. My makeup skills that I've been practicing on a wooden log for 18 years in the woods. It's now time for me to practice. I know.
Is
I
this
know.
an internal
Specifically
monologue?
Only 18. I'm sorry?
Is this an internal monologue or an external
No,
monologue?
this is an external monologue.
Completely external, based on his character.
You think I have internal monologues?
I don't know. Maybe your character's super fluffy on the outside, but inside is super fucking intense.
You see that?
No, he's an idiot. Anyway, it is time for me to. It is time for my 18 years of practice to pay off. I prepared the clown makeup for.
Alright,
I prepared the clown makeup for Azazel.
No, that's not. I trust your makeup skills, but you're no fucking Jackie Hill, so I don't really need.
So.
No, Azazel, you don't understand.
How are you doing this? There is a big open area in the center of the market.
Okay, so-
There's a few people milling around buying stuff, but.
Okay.
He's gonna I'm assuming he's gonna do his dancing lights and make spotlights or whatever, and I'm gonna kind of pull a wooden crate or something over and be like, yeah, actually, I think that's weird. That's a more like come one, come all kind of shit. I'm just gonna like, it's gonna happen. Hopefully, people gather and say, "Hey, want me to show you a magic trick?"
Can I roll persuasion to convince Azazel that he needs to have clown makeup on?
Listen, no, no. First of all, we're not doing.
I feel like you should just roll for initiative, man.
Roll for initiative.
This is turning into a fist
I
fight.
will legitimately stab you. Don't tell me.
Can I?
I have a set of fine clothes.
I think
Or
that's
deception.
If you're doing this, you're rolling with a distinct disadvantage.
Why?
Because I don't want to.
Alright, can I roll intimidation then?
He's
Can
stubbornly
I roll
against
intimidation? To convince
Wait, yo,
him that he needs
go for
clown makeup?
go for that sleight of hand. Sleight of hand. Just put it on.
Hand him for his clown makeup.
Literally any roll you're doing here is gonna be with disadvantage because, dear God.
Pick your best stat. Just pick your best fucking stat.
Can I roll religion to
Like an animal.
Can I roll religion to convince him that the power of Jesus Christ? Yes, Jesus Christ, not any like actual D&D god. Jesus Christ wants him to have clown makeup on for this entertainment time. Please, G.
Oh my God.
Just
no,
let me roll it.
No, that's not how this works.
Please let me roll it.
If he rolls 220s, it's going through. Is all I'm saying.
Spotlight or not?
We need to have the clown makeup to have a spotlight in the stage, okay, man?
Well, no, just barter quickly. That you were supposed to barter that. Say, I will only do it if you wear the makeup. Idiot.
No, but I'll do it anyway because I'm an idiot. But
Fuck.
still.
All right. Anyway, let's keep going. So do a
Okay,
thing.
So, you're doing so.
Actually, I have such a better, so much better idea. I'm not gonna scam people with my Mark 5s. I'm gonna do something else. You can, oh fuck it, you can put the clown makeup on.
Yes!
Because it'll actually work more.
Alright, I apply the clown makeup to myself and Azazel.
Oh my god.
Alright, well, so you two are decked out as glorious clowns. It's obvious that Knot has had far too much experience doing this.
On a log.
Whether that makes it better or worse.
I'm in so much
Both
pain.
at the same time.
Okay, so we're gonna have quick DM question. We're gonna have a long rest, like after when we actually go back to time and like go to sleep. It'll be like
This is literally. I'm considering all of this a long rest because it's there is something that can happen if y'all want a time skip, but like.
Fuck
yeah,
that.
I wanna do something cool. Okay.
I don't know, I'm having a good time
So
with
like make a spotlight or something to not like okay, make a spotlight. We're gonna do some magic tricks and some fun stuff.
Alright, roll performance with
Okay.
advantage because these people kind of need something like this to be happening, so they're kind of willing to.
I want to notice
Be
them and
dazzled.
join them with drums.
Cause yeah, while this
Um,
I'm gonna
Yep. Okay.
Um,
You are the instant that these lights go up. Everyone's heads in the square just turn towards you. And at first they're a little bit confused, but as things start ramping up and like it's obvious that you're doing something performance related.
this is what
people start
Azazel
gathering.
looks like.
And it's actually a really good-sized crowd. It's kind of like the same amount of crowd that was there during that first time that you were there in Faversham for the initial like conversation. There's a good-sized crowd gathering around in this town square.
Okay, so while everybody's kind of looking at us, I'm going to use. What is your boy gonna use?
He's not our boy.
Clown boy.
You know, you guys could probably just make money off of this being a street performance, Tyler.
Yeah?
Well,
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, I was like gonna do that, but I was also gonna just like.
He's just gonna gamble scam him.
Well, I was gonna just like use Mage Hand and steal shit. It's fine, whatever. I'll put out a gold that I have. I don't know. Like,
Wait,
I'll just, like,
G, since this is like making a big commotion now, can I join them with drums?
Can I join?
Go
you?
crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I get up there, I whip out like my big drum, and I start like.
This is actually what Azazel looks like.
I say,
Oh whatever. Anyway, and I just
you
start
the
like
traveling.
while you're doing like all the tricks, I like beat out like a drum beat to like all the tricks and stuff.
Yeah, I cast.
The crowd is living for this.
Yeah, I cast.
Since
Burning
they got a
Hands.
nat 20 for the start, can I have advantage for my roll?
Literally, you don't even have to roll. People are
Alright.
eating this up.
Why are they eating dancing?
Cast
That doesn't make
Yeah.
physical
Burning
sense.
Hands,
I
right?
just go like straight into like a war drum as he does that,
Yeah,
like
I
a like
cast Burning
classic
Hands,
orcish like war
which-
cry drum. What the?
That's
People are hype.
Burning Hands Oh wait, was that the wrong? Oh wait, okay, yep, submit. Yeah, okay. Basically, like flames are flying out of my hands, right, and they're kind of going right into the air. And then as like these flames are in the air, they're like a red or orange or whatever. I cast thaumaturgy, which allows me to
Isn't that speaking big people? Oh.
It allows me to change the color of flames. So I kind of change like this. Like, it's like a rainbow, like fucking green. Like it's like Harry Potter shit up in this bitch. Like fucking splashes of fire and shit and whatever. And I like,
Actually, speaking of Harry Potter, you know exactly what my drum beat sounds like right now. Remember in the fourth movie when Drumstrain gets introduced? That is the music that is playing for my drum right now.
You know what? That's valid. So as you guys are putting on this show, the sad, frowning faces of everybody in this town who have been through some shit in the past couple of days. They're smiling, they're clapping, they're laughing. Like they really needed this. This is something that they actually very much so needed. And you put like any sort of collection thing at the front of the.
I use Mage Hand to like hold out a bowl. I'm just gonna say I have a bowl. I have a bowl. I use Mage Hand to hold out a bowl.
No, you use my bucket, Tyler.
Yes. I use Mage Hand, which is invisible.
I told you the bucket would come in handy.
I use Mage Hand, which is invisible just because like it looks cooler. Because I have the power. I have the power to make my Mage Hand invisible. Anyway, I use Mage Hand to hold out the bucket and kind of like pass it around. It kind of like flies through like the crowd and shit. And like, to say like donate to the traveling band of performing.
We're performing at the Love Live.
And people are just eating this shit up. Like, there's people stomping their feet along to the beat of Vola's drums. There's people who are, like, throwing their hands up in the air with every fire burst. People are alive. And, you're actually, like, you're making an okay amount of money considering the crowd. Like, this is a bunch of poor people from a random, like, port town. So, like, there's, like, a good amount of silver. There's, like, 2 or 3 gold pieces in there that people thought they could spare. But, like, you have to remember you're literally in, like, the poorest of poor towns.
Yeah. Understandable.
Shame on you for wanting to steal from these people, Tyler.
Yeah, I assume that they would report anyway. I was gonna have, like, the gamble bandit thing, but I feel like they wouldn't do it anyway. I'll go to the tavern and do that shit later.
Yeah, so they are, like, thriving off of this performance. So, altogether, you make, like, 5 gold and then like 20-ish silver.
Nice.
Okay. So we're doing
That's great.
Another thing, like we're doing silver and shit too. Like it's not.
Yeah.
Like, we're not. Okay. Cool. I just want to make sure.
We're not keeping like religious track of silver and stuff because it's silver, but.
I should probably split that with these other 2 people, shouldn't I? I'm trying to have an internal monologue.
Chaotic neutral being all nice and shit.
We're having a debate about whether or not. Okay. Oh fuck it. I'll. 20 can't be divided by 3. No, it can't. How about this? I say, wow, oh shit. Wow, you are like the most amazing stage person. It's kind of incredible. And I think that you are great.
I need no payment for my acts of glory. Please keep it all to yourself.
Okay, sweet. I give Vola 2 gold pieces and 10 silver, and then I keep the 3 and the other 10.
Alright, so that performance went well, and as you're going around the town after this, people are kind of like waving to you, and you're now kind of like a. For the rest of the day, you're like a well-known
celebrity.
face of the town.
I kind of wave to like the crowds of people. I say like, hey, if you're hot, call me. You know? It's been real.
There's a woman with like gnarly ass looking buck teeth and like titties down to the ground, and she winks in your direction.
Oh my god.
You know, actually, you know what? Fuck it. Sure.
Well, you do have a room in the inn.
Well, here's the thing. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna. But I kind of like wink back and go like, kind of like whatever. But
Flirt back.
She swoons.
yeah. But I'm hoping it isn't when she goes up to my door. Yeah, that's the real truth, sis. And then I go back to the tavern. I don't know what anything else is doing, but that's what I do. I retire for the night. Well, actually, incorrect. I cast Find Familiar, which takes an hour, and it uses the incense and all the shit that I bought, and a brass brazier, which again, I'm just gonna assume that there's one at the tower, the fire.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Yeah, and then I cast Find Familiar, and my Find Familiar, I do it, it's whatever, it's a coup, it's hooray, it's there, and it's an owl.
Nice.
Do owls live in the area? That's the real question, G.
Yeah, it's like you're in like a woodsy area.
Yeah,
Like
it's an
you
owl.
just left the woods, especially like there's definitely owls for the sure. You know there's owls because the druid was able to turn into an owl,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she was born in this area.
It's like a black owl with, I don't know, some kind of cool, crazy...
I go back to the tavern that I've been staying at, play the drums for a few more hours, and like start a rave at the bar.
All right, so you have a bar
Start a
rave.
rave?
Shit's going great.
Yeah, with my drums, I start like an epic beat, and everybody starts dancing and like getting hype and.
Yeah, people
Yeah,
are vibing with it. They still know you from earlier. Plus, everybody there is already sloshed as fuck, so you know they're vibing.
Everybody knows me there as well because I'm already the person who's drunk as fuck there anyway.
Exactly, people know you. Anything else you want to do in the quaint town of Faversham? The Desiree, the barkeep, does seem to have like some sort of information on stuff that's going around the town.
yo.
It's nothing of like real.
I want to check in on the
Sam,
cat.
Does Dish Rosa join me in my epic rave
Oh, yeah.
that I start?
Can I join? I want to play the kazoo in this.
Kazoo and drum
Yes,
solo.
you play the
Yes,
kazoo with me.
go.
Kazoo and drum, let's go.
Hey, side note, can I check in on the cat?
What? Oh, the cat. Yeah. I remember.
Oh, I entirely forgot about the cat. Go crazy.
Who had the cat? What did we leave it with?
You gave it to the.
I gave it to some random dude. I genuinely don't
you gave
remember.
it to no, you gave it specifically to one of the guards, the elf
It
dude.
was to the elf dude. The elf dude handed it to one of the guards.
Yeah. So, the guard tower is like right near the exit of the gate. You passed it when you were on your way in. Like that's where those two guards were hanging out. And as you head over there, there's like two different guards this time hanging out outside of it. They just seem to be kind of doing their daily duties. And as you approach, they look over and go, "Hey, citizen, what do you need?"
Hey, citizen.
Yo, what's up, my guys? So I left a cat with big elf dude, and he handed it to one of you guys, or like someone that looked kind of like one of you guys that did the same thing. So I just want to check in on my cat.
Oh, wait, are you Tabitha's owner? And one of the dudes actually seems like really excited about this. He's like kind of overjoyed.
I was expecting something like this. This is great.
He's like, "Are you Tabitha's owner?" She's like loved in this place. We have been spoiling the hell out of this cat. We don't have the option of really keeping pets in the barracks, but like this has kind of been an exception. And yeah, do you want to go see her? Like she's just over here.
Hell yeah!
They take you into like, the guards area, and there is this fat, thick-looking cat now. Like the couple of days that this cat has been here have obviously been treating it real well. There's like a dish of cream that's sitting right at like the entrance to the guard towers. There's like a couple of things of fish that you can see like the bones.
That's
Like,
great.
this cat has been living its best life.
Yo, Pog.
Right.
What's up, my cat?
It's like standing, it's like weaving around the feet of one of the guards that's off duty right now, and it like looks over at you, meows quietly, and like comes over to your feet and rubs against them. But it seems pretty content.
All right, cool. I'm be
How
like.
does it rub against his feet when he's tiny?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, no,
that's hella
it's
impressive.
like rubbing against his whole body, pretty much.
All right, I'm a pet the cat. We can skip the rest of this because we don't really need the whole short story here. But yeah, eventually I'm gonna leave, and leave the cat with it. Like, yo, take good care of cat.
Good cat of this care.
Take good cat of care. And seeing that you're leaving this cat behind, some of the guards are actually like straight up thrilled, and they're like waving bye to you, and like one of them picks up the cat and like uses its paw to wave bye.
Oh,
Yeah, like they enjoy this cat.
yo, wholesome D&D encounters.
I'm done doing. I don't think
I'm gonna go to the inn and just crash.
Yeah, 'cause I'm
Wait,
doing
Yeah,
the-
I'm gonna
The
sleep.
real question is, Quaz, do you go to the inn that Sanic and I are at?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
It's the same. There's only
It's
one
the only
inn in
inn.
town. The inn
Yeah.
is connected to the tavern.
Oh, it is.
Sanic,
Oh, yeah,
They're like
Yeah,
right
like,
next door to each other, pretty
Quaz,
much.
do you join the rave?
No.
It's just like puts a hand or like face. Just...
Yeah, I just slowly kind of walk past.
You just hear like the
Or
sound of
quickly
drums
walk
and kazoos and like people screaming from the tavern.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm asleep with my. Oh, it doesn't matter. But technically, when you cast Find Familiar, you can decide if it's a Celestial, a Fae, or a Fiend. Mine's definitely a Fiend because that's a fucking rocker. And its name is Its name is Barnabas. I guess it's a he or a shit. Fuck it, who cares? It's Barnabas.
That's kind of important.
Marty, you know.
Nice.
It's gonna be fucking anything. It's like not. I can just make it pop out of whatever. Anyway, yep, that's my owl.
Nice. So you have your cute as hell owl, and is anything else that anybody wants to do in this town?
Hell fucking
Wait,
no.
Sanic,
We done with this town.
I'm just hooting at the owl because that's the most cutest thing I've ever seen. I'm just like petting it.
Yeah, because like, how is it working when
In the middle of the rave.
Is it gonna be? Yeah, you might actually.
Like I'm
I'll send
like, on the other hand, I'm just like giving the little owl scritches.
You send the owl to the rave, Tyler?
Yeah, it'll just like be up in the rafters. Because I can make it my eyes and make sure you guys aren't doing anything.
Just doing it. Marty is living his.
I am straight up just like drinking, playing the drums, and arm wrestling people. So
yeah, I see this. I make myself blind and I come back to my own senses and just like go to sleep. I just sigh and just like, oh, Jesus. I go to sleep. But I'm done.
All right. So is everybody all set with this particular locale?
Yep.
I would hope so.
Alright, so I'm going to take the half hour that we have left in this session to kind of get a little bit of this stuff out of the way. So, about a week has passed. All of the gear and etc. that you've commissioned from Bryce, the blacksmith, has now been made. You have all the stuff that you ordered, and you go out of the inn one day to see Cyanth waiting outside for you, and he's kind of seems a little bit nervous, like he's been waiting for you all for a while, and he's like, I got a message from my guildmaster, and the ship that's supposed to be picking us up is supposed to be coming in today, so just get anything that you need for us to travel.
Yeah, I pack up all my shit, and I'm ready to go. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm used to traveling around, so I pack like.
I'm a fucking fairy. I don't think I care much.
I get up off the floor of the bar from whatever last time I blacked out there. Grab my bag and I'm like, hey, let's go.
Still half drunk.
Oh no, my character is
Wait,
always
ship. For like,
what?
or actually, OC character, like it's a shit, like a shit, like a on the water, like sailing.
Yes.
Right? Okay, so I thought
Boat.
It was just,
It's a big boat.
It is boat.
When it first happened, I thought it was
It's a thick
caravan.
boat, Tyler.
No, it's a big boat because you know just from like being around for a bit that if you were to travel by foot from where you are in Faversham over to Mute Harbor, which is, give me a moment to get the correct color.
Yo, Captain Falcon?
Mute Harbor is
Mute City. Oh my god.
here.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
It's way the fuck over there. So
It's a week and a half long journey.
yeah, no. Let's put it this way: to get from Faversham to Cribshire is about a 2-week journey. To get over there is like a month.
Well,
Oh.
If you're not going by ship, that's like a month-long journey.
Okay.
By ship.
More. You're like,
Oh, yeah.
be like a month and a half, probably.
Yeah.
No,
I
if you're
think
just if you're going around the coast, it's about a month and a about a month and a half.
Ooh.
I'm like
We better fight a sea monster. We better fight sea monsters.
I don't
So,
want to fight a sea monster.
so.
I really don't.
I want to be in the ship for 12 sessions.
I know how to swim, so I
What
can
is this,
dive
Moby
off
Dick?
the top.
Yeah, I've got big boy speed.
I can swim.
Swimming.
I probably.
So,
I think this already-
I mean, I am a water genasi, so yeah.
Can I?
That's
can
valid.
I? Oh yeah, you're a white dresser.
Yeah.
In the Discord in the Dungeons and Dragons, I was like using the GIF feature randomly, and then this is a GIF that I found. It's irrelevant to anything that doesn't matter at all, but I just want you guys to view it
Oh
because
boy.
it's like weird.
What?
What is that?
What is booby trap?
Covered in alcohol?
It's
I just saw it. I just saw that, and I was like,
It's probably just oiled up or something. I don't know.
but like,
Oiled up.
I haven't seen the GIF yet, and I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had
that's
to look.
same.
But honestly, let's keep going because we don't have much time left in the session.
yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, so, you make your way as a group down to the docks, and pulling up in the docks is a moderately sized trade ship. It's not the largest looking one in the world, but it's a good sized ship. You
Okay.
get the feeling that it could carry a good amount of etceteras and cargo.
Yo, that could carry
And,
so much.
As it docks and drops anchor, a rather intimidating looking figure steps off of the ship and onto the docks. And he's about 6 or so feet tall. He's a human, black man, really short cropped hair, and like weathered skin. You can tell that this is a dude who's seen a lot of sun in his lifetime.
Oh yeah.
And he steps off and he looks around and he catches his attention is caught on your group who is congregated on the docks. And he walks over and a little bit of a smile on his face. He's like, I'm assuming that you're the ones that I'm supposed to be meeting, considering you're the only ones who are standing here gawking at the ship.
I don't know. What are
That
you here
would be
for?
a correct assumption.
Hey, we don't fucking know that. We just know he's a random ass guy in a ship. To be fair.
Is this the ship that's going to mute?
Yeah, I'm supposed to be here picking
What'd you
up
say?
somebody from the Sorcerer's Guild,
Busy.
or a handful of
Moment.
people.
Yo, that'd be that much.
I think so, yeah.
Is Calgary still knocked out or like?
Love you. Good night.
Calvary has,
Huh?
over the course of the past week, Calvary
Yeah.
has woken up a couple of times, but she seemed
Oh,
very
no, I'll get her.
delirious and out of it, and
Love
every
you too.
time she wakes up for a long enough period of time, Cyanth has gone over to the apothecary and procured a couple of sleeping draughts.
Nice.
Have we just been roasting
Which-
the show for a week?
Pretty much, like, because every time that she wakes back up, she's immediately back into that ballistic state. So he's been using the
So,
sleeping
Does
draughts to
the,
keep her
does the
unconscious.
does the guy from the ship comment on the fact that we just have an unconscious woman slung on top of our shoulders?
He's been updated on the situation,
Okay.
and he explained, like, as he steps off, he explains, I made a bit of a deal with the guild that we're with.
That's
You guys can come on this ship. You can get passes on this ship. It's about a 2 or so week journey by sea, and the only thing is that you guys are going to get your sea legs while you're out there, because I expect you to help out with everything on the ship. This crew has
Of course.
enough
What's a
mouths
sea
to feed
leg?
already, and you're going to have to pull your own weight.
is this really some kind
What's
of
a sea
like,
leg?
fucking
I look at him like
Why would
I
they
can
be-
pull way more than my own weight. Because I'm like seriously, I can lift like 3 of myself.
I've never seen the ocean.
Wait, no. Favorite film for a
Yeah.
which is
I don't know what the ocean is.
It's okay. Technically, Faversham's not on an ocean. It's
in
like
a little. Yeah, it's in.
it's on a lagoon.
water. Like,
I know what
It's
water
in
is.
water.
Well, yeah, water isn't wet.
Faversham is a harbor, so
I'm gonna die.
it's sort of the ocean, but not fully the
I
ocean.
mean, it's close enough to
Wait,
the
I have a question. I was not paying attention to this dude's description. Is he hot?
He's like
asking
Or
all
is
the
he like
real
a
questions.
40-year-old?
he's like silver
Hey,
fox
Sonic.
hot, because he's in his early 40s. Like
Okay.
he's an older dude, but he's like silver fox style. Like he's kept himself. Listen, black don't crack, honey.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know. What as we me watch.
I'm definitely appreciating his role.
Yeah. As we
Oh,
as
yeah.
we walk
I'm pretty
on,
sure we
like,
all
when
are.
we pass him, I kind of like slyly, but not like aggressively, but like just so that he knows what's kind of like whip him with my tail, like his.
So he knows. He starts a little bit and he like glances behind himself and then looks you up and down and just kind of nods a little bit, like he seems confused but accepting.
Yeah, I
And,
move on.
So you make your way onto the ship and he's like, well, there's a couple of faces that you all should definitely get to know that you're gonna have to become acquainted with because you're on this ship for 2 weeks. And the first place he leads you to is the crow's nest, and it's this long post that's jutting out of the center of the deck. And all the way at the top, he shouts up, "Hey, Daryl!"
Yo,
And,
what's up, Daryl?
That's my
Poking
favorite
his
medieval
face,
name.
poking his face over the edge is this scruffy-looking dwarf man. Like, he has a thick, braided brown beard that has little bits of sea glass that he's braided up in it.
Oh, that's nice.
Yo, let's go, dwarf man.
He's just like a generally scruffy-looking dude, and he waves a hand down.
I wave
And
back.
he's like, "That's our barrel man, Daryl. He doesn't come down there for
the barrel man.
Yeah, trust me, we noticed the irony on that one
I
too."
want to know that during this entire trip, I only ever refer to him as Daryl the Barrel.
And also, just as a reference, it's literally spelled like barrel.
Oh my god, not even 2 L's.
Nope, his name is literally Daryl.
I just want to be known.
So he waves down, and the captain kind of pauses for a second. He's like, "Oh wait, where are my manners? Captain Gregory Wright at your service," and he sticks out a hand for whoever the ship.
I grab it. I'm grabbing it. Fuck all y'all. I'm fucking grabbing it.
I give him my tail. He's the one he grabs.
He seems deeply confused by the amount of limbs in his hand, but there's a lot of limbs happening, but he's okay with it.
I just give like a casual wave.
He nods over in your direction, and so you make your way towards the back of the ship, and he's kind of explaining the ship as he goes, and he's like, "This ship's known as the Emojin. It's not the flashiest ship out there on the sea, but it's survived my way of sailing, and I'm not exactly the kindest to it at times. For the past, 20 years now. It's served me well. Huh?
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Is anyone on this boat either an ex-pirate or a smuggler? Because they might recognize me.
You don't know that at the moment.
No, I'm just saying, like, they might recognize me because, like, my family deals with, like, when we raid places, we trade with smugglers and pirates to get, like, our supplies if we need stuff. So, like, they might recognize me.
I really want to make a roll.
Keeping that in mind.
So I don't even know what kind of roll. Can I make like intelligence, maybe either history or maybe
What do you want to do?
I want to know if I recall, I guess, any information about the passageway from Faversham to Mute Harbor. If there's any areas that are like kind of dangerous or like pirate infested. We just want to fight some pirates.
I like pirates.
Oh,
They're so
fuck off.
nice.
I
We
want
sold
to
slaves to.
I want to fight. I'm fighting. We're gonna fight.
Yeah, you can roll history, I guess.
Work. I don't know what I got.
15?
15. I guess you could
So-
also just ask.
With a 15, you know that it's not dangerous. Like, there's no really well-known pirate groups. Of course, there's like small incidents of bandits and stuff, and there's always going to be the occasional like pirate that tries to be ambitious, but it's not dangerous.
What about sea monsters?
As far as you know, there are no sea monsters that have been reported.
Hey, are there any animals on the ship?
Not as far as you've seen.
There's my owl.
You're literally only on the top deck, and
Oh, okay.
there's like several things below deck.
Wait, the captain's name is Gregory, right?
Gregory Wright.
Yo, Greg, you got any animals on the ship? There we go. Question asked.
Gregory seems a little bit confused by this, but he shakes his head and goes, "No, this is the seas aren't really a kind place."
Oh, fuck, I wanted a parrot.
The seas aren't really a kind place for a lot of things, so we have a tendency to leave our pets at home. So above deck, you're led around, and he shows you to where his office is, and it's a modest little space on the top deck. You have to go through these set of wooden doors to get to it. Up above it is where the steering is for the ship. And off to the side, on either side, there's 2 cannons, and he explains that those are really just for emergencies, but they haven't really seen much use in them. They've used them maybe 10 times in the entire 20 years that he's been sailing.
Foreshadowing.
Damn it, Quan.
He's like, there's
Sorry.
maybe 5 cannons on this, and half of the time that they've been fired has only been for cleaning and maintenance purposes. It's not a dangerous
I'm
trimmer.
gonna change that. Not even if we need something to do it.
Wait, how does firing a cannon clean it? Hold up.
That's ominous.
To clean a cannon, sometimes you do need to fire it because it gets rid of anything stuck inside. And
To make
it
sure that
results in-
you're not going to get a jam when you try to fire
it basically
Yeah.
it also results in fresh shrapnel. So like anything that was stuck in it that was like for instance the heat from firing something can sometimes cause metal to melt and then get stuck on the edge. The heat from firing it again will cause most of that type of metal that's already melted to melt again, and it makes it easier to clean that type of stuff out.
Yeah, the more
See,
you know.
he gets it.
Work.
Anyway,
I'm assuming this is
continue.
all OST. I mean, or IC, I guess.
So he leads you to this little set of stairs that are right off the side of the captain's office, and on your way down, he points out a set of crew quarters that are pretty much right immediately down the stairs, and he explains that that's where you'll be sleeping for your duration of time here. Right off to the left of those is a small closed wooden door that he pushes open, and a wave of heat immediately hits as soon as that door is open.
Damn, that's hot.
And in there is a short halfling man.
Hey! Wait! Are you the man?
Wait.
Are you in search of this butterfly?
Oh fuck.
God.
We can't meet halflings in this
He-
party
I mean,
either.
you might tell us and I'm gonna be stupid, but I just want to think that it's just he was just doing something, and it was just getting very hot in the room.
No, as you open this door, it's a kitchen.
He's just wanking, he's just going on.
Yeah,
No,
he's just
please.
violently, furiously masturbating alone in this room.
Doing it so hard the entire room.
There is steam coming off of him as he's doing this.
See, you thought that was the waste, but no, that was just him.
Yeah, no, that's him doing his own thing.
Picturizes, that's the wave.
So you open this door, and there's a halfling man standing in front of a large, pot, and he's stirring it, and as the door swings open, he turns and pulls a ladle out of the pot and points it in the direction of the door, and kind of splatters this reddish-looking sauce everywhere as he does.
Oh fuck.
I want to
Wait, does he hit us with said sauce?
It splatters in your direction, but I feel like Gregory knows that this is going to happen, so as soon as he sees the ladle coming up, he swings the door closed really quick.
Alright, we good. I'm just saying, a hot soup on 1 foot tall me might hurt a little bit.
Yeah, no. Gregory, he knew that this was going to happen, and you can tell from the slight little grin on his face as it does that this is something that he's dealt with very frequently before. And as he reopens the door, you see that there's a multitude of just different colored splatters on the back.
I kind of laugh and nudge him. I used to have an aunt like that.
He laughs, and he's like, "All right, that's a bit of an introduction, but Patton, I'd like you to meet the new crew that we're going to be having for the next couple of weeks until we dock in Butte Harbor." And Patton just kind of furrows his brow a little bit, and he's like, "Oh, great, more mouths to feed. Wonderful. Thanks for the warning."
So I take it you don't know of any butterflies?
Oh my god, shut up.
God damn it! Why do you have so many quirky
I live
characters?
on a boat. What do you want me to do with butterflies?
Okay, never mind.
I just sigh and I'm like, don't pay him.
Swear to God, I
That's
would've-
like every other person about butterflies.
Alright, that's great, I guess. Does he seem to only ask halflings? Because that seems a little bit racist. I don't know how, but it just does.
Yes, you're right.
Alright, so he's a little racist, so that's cool. You know what? Everybody's a little bit racist out on the seas.
Alright, yo,
Can't
Patty,
really
what you
lie.
cooking for us?
I'm like,
Okay.
He dips his ladle back in and he's like, I'm making my mom's recipe for fish stew. Everybody here loves it, but I really wasn't
Doesn't it get
expecting
kinda old, though?
another. And he's like counting heads as he does, and he's like, another 6 mouths to feed. So I guess I'm gonna have to make more. Great.
Like, about, like fish stew, like on a ship. Isn't that kind of like reductive?
It's a little bit fishy.
Oh my fucking god.
Aquaz,
Patton is
you are
defying
literally
the
my
laughter
favorite
at that
human
stupid
today.
Pun. Like he's living for the pun. He's like you. I like you.
I try and walk out the door. I leave. I just like.
I clap Quaz on the shoulder. And I'm like chuckling.
So,
Granted,
Patton is grumbling all the while as Gregory closes the door again, and he leads you farther down through these, like, below deck. He points over to a door that's immediately next to the kitchen. He's like, this is just a scullery area for cleaning and etc. Probably don't want to go in there. It doesn't really smell the best.
Yeah. That's
and
definitely
he-
the room where everybody goes to jack off.
Okay then.
And he points over to a door in the back, and he goes, and that leads down to the cargo hold. There's literally just a bunch of boxes down there. It's really not the most interesting thing. Oh,
Yo, let's go boxes.
I'm definitely gonna go down there and try and steal something. By the way, out of character. Just wanted to say.
Actually,
you said
and
that aloud.
A zone of
swings
truth
open
has
the
been
door.
cast.
he swings open the door and just shouts, Hadley! And from a far back room, you hear just a distant, fuck off!
Now,
And,
that's my kind of person.
He's like, and that's Hadley. She's the mechanic. She runs the engine rooms.
Well,
She'll probably be up for dinner, but you probably won't see much of her.
Yo,
I like
what's
her.
up,
My
Pat?
sole goal to become friends with Hadley.
So you kind of head back up after completing this really brief tour. It's not the biggest boat. Like, it's a healthy sized ship, but it's not the biggest boat. And once you're back on the top deck, you hear Captain Wright. He walks up to the top of the thing and starts shouting for Daryl to keep an eye out, and he starts pulling out of the docks. And as he does, there, from the captain's office, the door opens and a confused-looking elf pokes his face out. And
First mate, I'm guessing.
No.
Gregory glances down and goes, "Oh, God, I nearly forgot you. You're so quiet. I barely even notice you being around here sometimes." And the elf kind of laughs really awkwardly, And he's like a pale blue skin, a slightly blue skinned elf with blonde hair that's just tied up into like a really tiny knot at the back of his neck. He's an unassuming looking dude, glasses. He's just a very unassuming.
The whole story.
Yo, he
He's a
definitely knows about the
meek-looking
butterfly.
man.
He definitely knows about the butterfly.
I'm not gonna ask, because he's not a halfling.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
How do you know what
Gregory.
He just like, got it wrong. He's
You
actually
can try it.
No, that's the joke! Hold on a second, I'm pretty sure in my bio,
No, you said
he was just a short guy, I'm pretty sure. No, it was a halfling, but anyone who's short, I just asked.
It was a halfling. So
Anyway, keep
Gregory
going.
Children?
shouts down to all of you as you're standing on the top deck. Oh, and that's Elon. He's first mate, kind of handles the books and stuff. Awkward looking dude. And Elon flips him off from down in the captain's quarters, waves,
Yeah.
and then closes the door again. And Gregory hops down from the steering thing and says, "Well, that's the grand tour of the Emotion. There's really not that much to see here. But get used to it, because this is your sights and home for the next 2 weeks. Aren't you excited?
Yo, let's get
Yay.
it.
Boy.
Do I have my own bed? Do I have to share a room?
No, you have to share it with me.
The
No, you have to-
crew quarters
Probably
are...
yeah.
I guess
You
we're all
put your head into the crew quarters, they're all shared and they're all bunk beds.
Yeah, it's
Wait, yo, do I get my own bunk? Hold up.
I call the bottom bunk.
Yeah, you can claim bunks. There's
I'm-
some beds that are already claimed.
I claim the bottom one. If anyone takes the bottom one, you're getting the blade.
There's a lot of beds in there, so you're not really at risk of having to share a bed.
I want to sleep with Azazel.
I want to specifically claim one above somebody just so I can make them really nervous about the 300-pound, 7-foot half-orc, half-elf lying above them.
I say that Gregory.
I'm gonna take the top bunk over Drock.
I say,
I can't even.
you
I'm not
know,
even gonna
if
words.
there's no room, maybe I could.
Take a bunk,
What?
one of the edges, like the bunks.
Gregory kind of blushes a little bit, but he
It's working.
he clears his throat a little bit, and he's like, well, currently I share my quarters with Elin because he's the first mate. He kind of gets priority, but
I kind of walk forward and kind of go back slightly, and I say, huh, shame.
roll persuasion.
Oh.
Oh no.
I would laugh if Elin gets kicked out.
That'd be great.
Persuasion.
Elin just gets awkwardly kicked into the.
Oh, I don't have it. Okay, whatever.
I believe in you.
Oh.
That's a 9. Oh well.
Yeah, so he looks you up and down and he's like, get back to me on another day.
You got
But
it.
You'll get him next time.
I'll sleep with you, Aziel. Azazel. Aziel. Yeah, I'm gonna call you Aziel from now on.
so,
I'll sleep with you, Aziel.
You're gonna wake up with a knife in your back. I swear to God. Like.
Cool, a free knife.
now that that's all said and done, y'all have kind of free roam on the ship,
I
so.
just sigh. I sigh and I.
I
Walk.
thought you said that we were going to be getting put to work.
At the, like, you're literally just now pulling out of the docks, so,
Yeah.
like, you have time to figure out your quarter situation, go talk to anybody that
Wait,
you
yo.
want to, because you're, like, literally still in the harbor right now.
Yo, can I go talk to Happy or whatever
I'm going,
the fuck off lady was called?
yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'm going to go down there and offer some help in the engine room.
So, fuck off, lady. If you want to go down there, she is down past the cargo hold that you didn't go in yet. She's
Yo, that sounds hella hype. I want to see what's in the cargo
Yeah.
hold.
I just want to give a quick warning. It has been almost an hour and a half at this point. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
no,
sure.
we have like 10
Oh.
minutes left.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm actually what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to the I'm gonna climb like god tier, prehensile tail and shit. I'm gonna climb all the way up to the viewing desk.
Oh,
and just
talk to
hang out with
Dale
that
the
boy.
Barrel?
Yeah, talk to Daryl the Barrel.
Alright.
Alright,
Just kind of like chill. We don't even need to talk. I'm just gonna chill. You know, hang out.
cool. So, who is going down to go see Hadley?
I'm going to see Happy.
It is,
Had
so,
I make sure, just to be clear, I make sure to distance myself from Lil Barry so it doesn't look like we're together, because I'm, like, already convinced that Barry's gonna cause, like, trouble or be annoying.
What the
so-
fuck you talking about?
Very clear
What
that
the
I'm not
fuck are
gonna-
you talking about? I ain't gonna do shit.
Well,
alright.
famous last words.
So, you guys head downstairs, and, as you get down there, you get to the door that Gregory pointed out before, and as you open it, it literally is just a cargo hold. It's a very, very large, open area, and there's a lot of crates that are currently tied down. They're not really labeled or anything, it's just a whole lot of crates.
Side note, are any of them making noises at me?
They're not making any noise.
Good.
There's some
Thank
slight
fucking
rattling
God. We
from,
good.
like, the rocking of the boat, stirring whatever contents are inside, but there's, like, it's just a cargo hold.
Okay, we good, we good. Whew.
And
murder tonight.
there is a set of stairs going down in the far right corner, and there you can see a faint light coming from down there. And there's also, like, even hotter heat than what was happening from the kitchen area coming from this direction.
I lived on massive plains with the sun beating down on me. I'm fine.
So,
I'm sweating, but I'm flying, so we good.
so you all head down there, and there is the only metal door you've come across so far on this ship.
Oh fuck, I hate metal.
And it is... There is a glass viewing window at the very top, like a small circular viewing window, and looking through it, you see a very buff-looking woman from behind who is tinkering away at this huge furnace. And she doesn't seem to have noticed that you've come to the door.
Alright, I'm gonna knock on the door.
I just open it.
Oh fuck.
The door just kind of swings open. It's not currently locked.
Oh fuck.
You just fall over yourself.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, so, as this door swings on open, she kind of startles a little bit, and she pulls a red-hot poker out of the fire and brandishes in your direction.
I'm still behind.
Looking at her now, you can get a better look at her, and she's actually a half-orc. She is a half-orc woman with kind of shortish hair tied back just out of her face, it seems. It doesn't seem that there's any particular style choice to this. There's scars all over her arms, just from doing work and etc. And she's actually kind of short for a half-orc. She's maybe 6 or so feet tall.
Yo,
and,
fucking shorty.
She's glaring angrily over at you, and she squints over and goes, "Who the fuck are you?"
Oh, I'm one of the new people. I just came down to see if you needed any a hand on here.
I'm Lilac Beetleberry. My friends, which now includes you, call me Lil Berry.
Why are you that small? What happened to you?
Well, you see, I come from a mystic land of Bad Kitty. That's my village, but the kitty was good, and so now I'm here. But yeah, I'm a pixie. Woo.
Alright, so apparently we're just letting anything onto this ship now. That's
Yo, you wanna fight?
Okay.
You wanna fight?
Well, I'm surprised he hasn't made any.
Can I just toss you out of the room and then close the door?
Roll strength.
Oh, fuck, I have
You have to roll
disadvantage.
save.
Strength contest.
He's thick.
Oh fuck, I have disadvantage on this shit, but
That's against the barbarian.
If you get a nat 20,
I'm
Nick yeets the barbarian out of the room.
the pixie yeets the whole ass half-orc.
oh, I got her to roll another one. Hold up.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
get disadvantage.
Oh,
But disadvantage, son. Saves.
Fuck.
Yeah, so you kind of get yeeted out of this room and you kind of hit the stairs just outside. The door closes in your face, and Hadley just kind of glances over, looks you up and down, and is like, "The fuck kind of half-breed are you?"
Half elf.
Your mother or father was a very brave man.
Yeah. Long story. Pretty funny.
Very, very bad fight.
Like, yeah, my dad, he tried to, he decided to seduce the daughter of the chieftain to try to, like, get passage through the plains. but
Listen,
then-
kid, I really don't need your whole life story.
Wait.
Anyway,
Wait, is the
I
door
came down to
unlocked?
see if you needed any help.
I mean, currently, I'm just keeping the fires hot. You know what you could do to help me? Go bring me some mess from the kitchen.
Alright, cool. I also handed one of my flasks.
She looks at it, kind of unscrews it, takes a sniff of what's inside, and goes, "You know what? I feel like you and me can get along."
Yeah, alright. So I grab her a bit of food, and then I just, like, hang out with her down there.
Alright, so anybody else want to do anything in the literally 2 minutes we have left? 1 minute we have left?
I'm gonna go rejoin the rest of the group. Actually, I'm gonna follow Lazuli.
I want to suggest something, and then like I guess I'll roll for it and see what happens. But like as I was like hanging out with Daryl the Barrel, I wanted to like challenge him to like a friendly game of some card game. 'Cause I mean I think Sailors love to gamble.
Don't be a dick to Dale.
I'm not being a dick.
You're being a
Daryl
fucking
the
dick.
Barrel.
Oh, not Daryl.
Not Daryl. Come
Not Daryl,
on.
Daryl.
Daryl's such a good guy.
What the fuck, man? You're awful.
Fuck off.
Daryl.
I want to have just like a fun
No, your character doesn't have fucking fun. Your character's a complete asshat.
Like 21. I don't know any gambling poker. I guess. I don't like a quick like a quick gambling game or whatever.
Blackjack?
Like,
Hold'em.
Like 1 gold or something like that. And I definitely.
You're gonna cheat because you're an asshole.
I use my marked cards to cheat.
Oh, Jesus.
Alright,
So,
so
yeah,
can we kill this
Don't be
Hazel
a
at some
dick to
point?
Daryl the Bear.
I'm not being a dick.
You're being a dick. You're cheating him
You're
out of
stealing
fucking
his
money.
No, I'm
Uh,
gambling.
Listen,
I'm gambling.
Daryl is more than happy to take this opportunity. He has a little canteen that's usually used for water and stuff up there with him, like a water skin, but he offers it over to you and it's just filled with ale.
Wait, yo, does Daryl have his own cards though?
Daryl doesn't have his own
Ah,
cards, but
I
he's
would
more
have
than
thought.
willing to
Alright,
play along.
alright, we good,
Yeah,
we
I
good.
don't also know how I don't know how a marked card deck would work.
You realize
We're going-
that literally the cards are physically marked in a way that's subtle enough that most people wouldn't notice it, but you know where.
Yeah,
the
but
marks
does that mean that I can't play a card game and cheat with it? Is that only like a card trick game, like pick a card, any card kind of shit?
No,
No,
you.
you play a
you can
card
play a
game
game.
with it.
You can just play
What
it
you
to
do
your
is
advantage.
you use the marks that you
Like
know
maybe a
are
little
set,
tear or
you know,
something.
To, like, know
Yeah.
what they have, what you
Did
have.
it
what
like you were playing poker? You'd know if he had like a flush or what. Because
You'd know what
seeing
cards
them
he
on
had,
cards.
and you'd be like, yo, fuck you, I got a better hand.
Yeah, no. So he's like more than happy to play along. Well, let's just because we are literally already over time. Let's just resolve this with an int contest and say that whoever wins the int contest gets the single gold piece.
Molly, if I lose this with a marked card, nobody is. Just like an intelligence saving throw.
No.
No, we're literally just like
Oh, just your int. Wait,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's-
Yeah, I'm stupid.
yeah,
okay.
literally just roll a d20 at this point. Yeah, so
I got a nat 20.
I also got a nat 20.
Wait.
So
Big brain plays, boys. Big brain plays. Galaxy brain plays.
Yo, Pog!
And he notices that the cards are marked and he starts playing to his advantage. So you two just end up at a stalemate.
Nice.
You guys go like.
Fuck.
I feel like
You're
that makes us
playing
too close.
4D chess by the end of it.
Yeah, no, you two just kind of like have a nice moment where you both like, without verbally acknowledging it, you both acknowledge that you knew that and you just kind of like acknowledge that the other person is pretty goddamn cool.
Alright,
I love Daryl.
yeah.
Don't be sleeping on Daryl, dudes.
Me and I was calling Daryl. Me and Daryl are bonded. We're like we have like this mutual like respect for each other, and then
Alright,
I leave him to his post, and I guess I head to bed.
Alright, and that's the end of this session because it's already been an hour and a half.
I'm right. Am I wrong?
That is correct.
That was
Nice, dude.
iconic.
We good. We hitting the end stream button.
Alright, thank you so much for playing, y'all.
Andrew, if you're editing the VOD, you have